beautiful beings of the universe. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 28 names of Goddess Radha Rani with their meaning and also the significance of chanting Radha name. So I'll start. Radha, one who brings supreme joy to Lord Krishna. Raseshwari, goddess of the divine rasa dance. Ramya, beautiful and divine. Krishna Matradhidevata, supreme goddess of Krishna. Sarvadya, the eternal beginning. Sarvabandhya, worshipped by all. Vrindavan Viharini, the one who wanders in Vrindavan. Vrinda Radha, queen of Vrindavan. Rama, source of divine joy. Ashesh Gopi Mandal Pujita, worshipped by all gopis. Satya, the ultimate truth. Satyapara, devoted to truth. Satyabhama, embodiment of truth and love. Shri Krishna Vallabha, beloved of Lord Krishna. Vrishabhanusuta, daughter of King Vrishabhanu. Gopi, the divine cowherdess. Mool Prakriti, the original goddess of nature. So Radha Rani is the real goddess of nature. Mool Prakriti, Prakriti, Mool Prakriti, the original goddess of nature. Ishwari, supreme goddess. Gandharva, celestial being of music and love. Radhika, the most adored. Rukmini, radiant and divine. Parameshwari, supreme controller. Parat Partara, greater than the greatest. Purna, the complete one. Purna Chandra Vimanana, one with a moonlight glow. Bhukti Mukti Prada, granter of worldly pleasure and salvation. Bhavyadhi Vinashini, destroyer of worldly sufferings. So, the spiritual significance of chanting Radha Rani's names can basically be put down to 5 points. First one, it removes obstacles and sufferings. Second, it brings inner peace and divine blessings. Third, it deepens devotion and Krishna Bhakti. Fourth, enhances spiritual consciousness. And 5, purifies the mind and soul. Devotees believe that chanting Radha Rani's names daily can strengthen their spiritual journey and bring divine grace. So this is so beautiful, and I wanted to make a video on the meaning of and the usage of chanting Radha, because I've been doing this since I've been watching Premanand Maharaj, who has completely changed my life, and the way how I view the world has changed drastically. It's not that I do not get bothered by the world around, but devotion is true love, and what every human is actually looking for is only love. There's violence and crime in the world because people are unheard. There's hatred in the world because people are unloved. And people force relations onto each other. Like, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my husband, you are my wife, you've got to love me. But since they do not know what true love is, they're all beggars to each other. Everyone is begging from somebody else. So there's no love, and there's hate, there's drama, there's manipulation in the society. And what you want to truly feel is come back home to your soul, to be able to live through your soul calling. But people be so terrified of that. So, chant. In this day and age, chanting is your savior. Chant the holy name of Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the Beach Mahamantra given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this gives you tremendous benefits in terms of your peace of mind, your salvation, your blessings, even your material success. A devotee can never ever fail. And the reason is not because they are very smart, but because the Lord, the Supreme Savior, takes care of them. So once you have surrendered to the power and the love of God, you are taken care. Your life is a smooth thing. There are troubles and there are difficulties, but you're not you're not telling the God to just take out the difficulties from your life. You are asking the God actually for nothing. You just watch. Because whatever happens on the material plane is all created by the God. So your so called enemies are also created by Him so that this gameplay, this Leela can go on. So the people you are trying to combat or people you are trying to play around in this life on this duality game, on the dual plane. So if you think you're the white light, you're the hero, naturally there's some other side villain, the dark energy. So know that your so-called enemies are also sent by the God so that we can play in this Leela. And Lord Krishna said this whole world is a Leela, it's a game. And the Lord dreams this drama, Lord dreams this game, wherein you are called upon to play. And when the dream is over, you leave this physical existence and you exit your physical body state. Either you get old and die, or you're killed by your enemies, or you meet an accident, or you get a heart attack or something or the other. But there is an exit point for everyone. So once the drama and the gameplay is over on the stage of life, you take on to another form. You leave this body and then you go and play the game into another world. You may or may not attain a human form in your next life based on the actions done in this life. So poor actions might land you lower forms of birth in the next life. That means you'll have to come and do all of this consciousness work all over again. So if you're born as a bird or an animal or as insect and worm, because you did not live by the rules which was the reason why you were born on earth, to utilize this human faculty, this human birth completely. But if you just wasted your life running after material stuffs, if you just wasted your life pursuing useless, meaningless shit goals, then definitely you'll have to come back. And don't think there's an escape. You cannot escape this game. Don't think suicide is the answer to end of your suffering. Because where are you running from? You're not this body and you're not this mind. You are basically trying to run away from your own mind, which is creating all this demonic and weird stories around you, which is just weaving all the time. And you are trying to run away from your own self and trying to make an enemy, externalizing it as if they are the source of your misery. If you come to this point that you are the creator of your world, so then you must be very responsible, because your thoughts are creating your enemies, your friends, your demons, and all of that. It's as if you're sitting under a kalpvriksha. Kalpvriksha means a tree below which you sit, and whatever you dream of gets real. It's a magical tree, and that tree is your mind. So if you wish, I want this and I want that, then the life will gift you, but you must work hard for that. See, what is it told in the book of Kabbalion? The swing to the right is exactly the swing to the left. So if you have a desire, know that the equal and opposite amount of suffering, you must go through it. There is no other way. The law of action and reaction always equals out. So if you have got bigger goals and bigger dreams and bigger desires, guess what? You're going to have to suffer in the exact same amount. So watch out for what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. People think just by desiring and once I have that thing, once I have that person, once I have that relation, wow, I'm on top of the world. No. Within few moments of time, you realize that's not what I wanted. I've been cheated. I was told he's like this and she's like that, and they pretended like this and that in front of me, but truly, when you knew them, you said no. This is not it. Doesn't make me happy. I'm talking about people like you who seek external happiness and validation. Then there are devotees and surrenders, people who have surrendered. They are not looking for an external joy. They are okay with the bliss. I know that bliss does not mean that you're going to get this and that. Bliss is just you are okay with your current state. Come whatever may. If pain comes, you accept that pain. You're not fighting that pain. You're not running away from that pain. You're not saying no, it's not a pain. You acknowledge the fact there is pain. You sit with it. If joy comes, a nice cup of tea you've made for yourself, you enjoy that. It's not that you drink tea without devouring it, without enjoying it. If you are enjoying your cake, then you enjoy the cake and tea. And other times, if you feel that you're having anxiety, you're feeling lost, you have got mind fog, you acknowledge it. You do not discard this fact that no, I have got no mind fog. So there are basically two ways out. One is the path of surrender, wherein you surrender to the Lord. And anyhow, this is the final end point. Run whichever directions in this world you want to run to. Whatever creative or useless dreams you have. Do whatever thing in this world. All you've got to come back to is at the center. There is no escape. Either the life will push you to that point that you are forced to look into yourself, or you get wise enough at a young age and you realize the meaninglessness of all this drama. So if you are chasing name and fame and fortune, know that this is fleeting. This is same empty and hollow. Look at the people outside who have it all. And they're feeling so miserable. They cannot even go out in public without security guards. Do you think there's freedom in that? Those people who are of high name, fame, and fortune so desire to be living a simple man's life because nobody notices them. It's so much joy to be simple and living a humble life. You do not recognize that because you feel that, no, I want to be known. I want to be made visible. I want that people be talking about me. I want people to respect me. And all of that is slavery, All of that is chains of slavery. If you are expecting something from the society will give it to you. But society will tell you, first dance at my orders. First sell me your soul. First do the things which you don't want to do. First bend down at my knees. And then the society will give you after you have sold your soul. And then also it will not give you, by the way. The give and take of the society is not so straightforward. She'll make you do everything and you will not get what you actually wanted from the society. Name, fame, fortune, respect. So no wonder it's not a shock to me when I see so many bitter faces when I go out in the world, because they all have sold their soul for cheap stuffs. And now They look so miserable. I saw a lot of families yesterday in shopping center looking so pathetic and miserable with their children. They're not giving love to their children. They're teaching them hate. See, what did Christ say? Christ said, "You will know about them from the children that they bear. You will know about the tree from the fruit that they bear." A toxic, poisonous fruit is coming from a toxic, poisonous tree. So I see a lot of these hateful children, fearful, confused. That's what you see in their eyes. And you look at their mother, she's in her own world because she does not care about the child's welfare. She doesn't care about how poorly she's bringing up her children because she's concerned with her own misery, with her own depression, with her own stuff. People think raising children and having a family is a joke. And I'll tell you, it's mostly these unmindful, lost souls who create such families. And that's no good to any of us. That's no good to them. They are all looking so miserable, so lost, so pathetic. And same like lost, lost so-called clowns. So-called showing up in the world like, yeah, you're my lover and I'm your partner. Just a bunch of fools hanging out together. People want to just hide and run away from themselves. And in this facade game that they play, they think that just leeching on to somebody else, because I'm blind, so I'm going to look out for another blind and make blind children, and that's what makes the entire society blind. Because if you're somebody with true vision, if you are woke in this sleeping ass world, then guess what? You'd be called crazy. Because they think to be like you means they need to wake up. And they've been sleeping their whole life. It's so much comfort. Sleeping. Sleepwalking through life. Doing things what they tell them to do. Never questioning. So naturally, they do not feel happy. They might do 10 layers of laser surgery and makeup and stuffs and do whatever shit in the world. But you do not look happy. You do not look beautiful. That is not beauty, by the way. People have confused beauty with just makeup and externalization. True beauty is somebody who has the courage to be with the unknown. Somebody who has the courage to die. Somebody who has the courage to see things for what it is and not be so scared and timid that they do not even come up to terms with the fact that there is a problem. So that is for the sleeping society. And 99% of the people you go out in the world, you see they're all sleeping. And no wonder they are so full of hate. They are so full of prejudice. They are so full of so much full of self-hate, first of all. They hate themselves. And they're teaching the same hate to their children. They're teaching the same hate to everyone around them. It's like a call, it's a cry. Their soul is crying. So naturally, when they see somebody woke, they're going to laugh at you. What did Lao Tzu say? Lao Tzu said that if you're woken up and if you're telling the truth and if it is not laughed at by the fools, that means it was not the truth. So naturally, the person of light would be despised. The person of light would be hated, probably told to leave the village because everybody is against them. But just go all the way. Charles Bukowski said, beautiful, genius, awesome, philosopher, German writer. I love that guy. Of course, the whole world loves him for how real, how truthful he was. Charles Bukowski says this, that if you are willing to go, go all the way. Don't take shortcuts. Don't go halfway and then come back because you just didn't have the nerve to go all the way. If you are willing to go all the way. So, if you're on the path of truth, because truth is beauty, and know that truth will destroy you, that's why people stick to lies. Truth asks for a huge price. Beauty asks for a huge price. Are you ready to pay? Because people are cheap. They want everything for free, you know. People just want cheap, free friends. And no wonder they feel so dull and lost. Look at the people outside, sort of friends they are hanging out with, sort of conversations they are having. All shallow, pointless, meaningless blabberings, utterings of words. That's all. And the reason is to have a huge, valuable friend who's your true asset requires you to be that person. Don't expect you to be cheap and having a great, high value, quality friend. Deep valued person is never ever going to talk to you, never ever going to be around you. So if you want a truly valuable friendship, you've got to meet that person at that level. You cannot be cheap and want everything for free. But this is the time. You're okay to pay a price for something which is sold to you, which is garbage outside. But when it comes to you staying honest to yourself about the people you meet, about having the sort of friends you want around yourself, about having a true meaningful conversation, you just want to take it so light, as if these things does not matter. That's okay, he's just my friend. So what if he's useless? I think I'm also useless. And it's so much better to be useless alone. So let me find a bunch of another useless people like me. And then we all useless come together and have fun. What sort of fun is that? That's not fun. I like fools. If you are truly a fool and then you hang out with fool, that's innocent. That's a different thing. Problem is people are cunning and they act like they are fool. A true fool is innocent. I'm a fool. And I'm very happy with my foolishness because I'm innocent and I don't want to be around clever and cunning people who have sold their soul to the devil. I don't want that. I want people to come to me with innocence, with like a child's sort of a mind. But people are not like that these days. People are trying to be who they are not. They're trying to be the bad one, the bad bitch. So I see people at the gym and two women, they were just staring at me. I was like, women, what happened? I don't know what's going on. Why people are so pointlessly trying to complicate life, which is so easy and simple. You can just live happily. Live under the beautiful sky on the beautiful planet Earth that you're born. But no, you want to complicate it. You want to do drama. You want to play an ugly game which is not fulfilling your soul in the first place. So my question is, if you don't like it, why are you making it? If you don't like to draw that painting, change the scene. Take a new canvas board, paint something new and fresh. Paint some beautiful mountain, paint some beautiful flowers and river. Why are you painting that demonic side of the world? That's what people are doing. I see people at gym, I see people in shopping center, I see people outside so full of hate, looking at each other through hateful eyes. Laughing in cunningness. See, laughter is a different thing. Laughter is innocence. Look at the laughter of a child. Their laughter is cunning. Their laughter is wicked because they hate themselves and they want to throw their hate on you. But it doesn't stick to me because I love myself. And loving yourself is a lot of acceptance with your own self. It's a lot of watching of yourself because you realize you're not who you yourself think who you are. So I'm discovering myself every day new. So it's funny when haters or when clowns try to put you under a mask and they tell their children also the same sort of thing. Like a hater having a hating world and they're hating children. That's no joy. I just feel so sorry for them. I feel so sorry for such people when I look at them. Because they all just look so miserable. Miserable with themselves. Because see, after all, you've got to live with your own shell. Your body is your vessel, this shell. So if you don't like yourself, you have nowhere else to go. You have nowhere else to go. Nobody is going to save you. So be your own savior. And there will come a point when you are on your own self-savior journey. There will come a time when you feel, I don't have control. And then you go deeper and zoom in and see that I don't have control over nothing. And then you realize that there's no you. This all is just a happening. This all is just being done. You are being done. You're not doing. Because you're not the doer. I'm saying this, I'm making this video because this thought came in my mind since yesterday. And I was just feeling lazy to do the setup and talk. But then I felt, since nothing has any meaning, so I might as well do what I've been called for. But I have no plans. I don't plan any action. I don't ever plan I've never lived my life in a planned way. I just do things spontaneous. My actions, my plans are nowhere there. My action is always spontaneous. And then I go with the flow, whatever comes. Whatever be the outcome of that action, I just go with the flow. It's surrender. But did I choose my surrender? I did not choose it. I saw the limitations of you taking on your responsibility. It's mad heavy. It's so heavy on your shoulder, you might feel you're getting crushed with that burden. Why do you think people are moving out with drawn faces, driving crazy on the streets? As if they're in a rush to go somewhere, get somewhere. The race is only in their mind. Because they signed up for this thing that I'm responsible and I need to set my life right now. So that means I've got to work. And then the life says, okay, you want to take responsibility? Go ahead, take it, enjoy. And then they get so miserable with all that insane amount of work, garbage work that they have taken up on themselves. That is not soul fulfilling. That is draining you. Doesn't give you joy. Doesn't give you happiness, your peace of mind. And see, that's why they all look so miserable. They don't know how to smile. I think they have lost it years ago. They know how to laugh cunningly. That is not laughter. That is not smile. Smile is innocence. Smile is beauty. Smile is from the soul. Smile is divine. People have come to portray wickedness with all that makeup and trying to act innocent. The devil does that. Thinking we cannot catch you. This used to happen back in the days of Buddha also. So the demons would come dressed like angels, trying to show they are so beautiful, but they are not angels. Those are actually the demons. And they would come just to test Buddha and his disciples, to sway them from their center, to take away their meditative powers, to take away their quality of goodness, sattva quality. But Buddha did not budge. He did not bat an eyelid, because he knows what the devil is trying to do. So anyhow, surrender. Because if you're coming from this, see, if you're taking on this path of responsibility, I'm going to set my life right, I'm going to have this and that, and I'm going to show the world who I am, and I'm the king, and I'm the queen, and I'm the this and that. The problem is, you will soon find yourself that you do not have any more energy to carry on the next day, and the burden of tasks and goals and achievements is just too heavy on you. You want to drop all of that. You want to return to your innocent stage, like how you were so happy as a child. See, a child plays the game. You ever see these young toddlers play? And they are so much playful with their other friends. And it's not that the child does not get angry, they also fight with other children. When they are not happy, or somebody hit them, or somebody try to play a trick so they can win the game, the child is not happy. Of course, it screams and yells. But you see, apart from that, when the child is playing, it's pure joy. They're not having any goals that I'm playing soccer so that I could be Ronaldo. They do not have any goal. They're just playing innocently. And truly, that is how one has got to live in joy. What is the use of you trying to be someone whose life is already lived? Why do you want to be like a Ronaldo? Ronaldo is Ronaldo. You need not be another duplicate of him. You should be your unique person. Society tells you should have a role model. You should be like them. You should be like them. No, you are a fingerprint. Everyone is unique. Why can you just not be you? Why do you have to be like a Ronaldo? Why do you have to be like a Buddha? Buddha was one and he had millions of disciples all over the world. What we love from Buddha is the teaching. But no point in time can you become Buddha, because Buddha was born in that body and he has moved on. And you are born in a unique body and you have got to live through this life and do this gameplay, live through this storyline, and then depart. You do not have to be like anybody else. You should just be you, completely you. Let people hate you for that. That is okay. Anyway, who are you getting hate from? Another hater who does not love themselves? They've got a lot of work to do on themselves. So let them do that. Don't worry about them. Your job is to be thankful for your existence, to be thankful that you've been created. Because what were you before you were born? You were a nothing. So compared to that nothing state, you were given this body with limbs, bones, blood, skeleton, eyes that could see, stuffs, all of that. All this is material. And your life, which you have been given so much, your intelligence, your intellect with which you move around and make money and then eat stuffs and make a living, all of that is just extra. Your birth is an extra. Everything is extra, starting from your point of conception when your mother conceived you. So what are you being hateful for? Why are you making this world ugly? Like, why are you painting this ugly picture? I don't understand. You go outside and feel the vibe of the city. Everybody is literally trying to leech onto others' energy because they are so energetically drained out. They are like energy vampires. The moment they see somebody of light, or they see some happy little children, their own family wants to suck energy out of that child. And mind you, a family is the first place where the child's soul is attacked upon, because the child is born, but the parents want them to be somebody else. They already have an agenda, what you should be. The child has got their own journey. It may or may not match your desire for what you want them to be. You might want to make them a boxer, but the child might be interested in meditation. The child might be a Buddha in your family. But you keep telling you are too weak. You are a loser. You are comparing your child to the brother. Look at your brother. He's so much smarter than you. And brother is also not living his own life. He's also just doing everything because of the fear of society. So society tells you, do this. Be like a robo. Be a disciplined boy. Be a disciplined person. And never be happy with yourself. Just live for certificates and trophies. And there you are, happily snatching, taking away the souls of people. Telling everybody to be the same. How could that be? I mean, you can try, you can make a template, but it will not work. Sooner or later, the child grows up, turns to an adult, develops his own sense of freedom, and wants to break out. Because in every human that is born, every animal too, the innate senses of freedom, people want to express themselves as who they are and not as per the template. So I might just do a race which somebody else told me to run, and I might win and learn the techniques and get better at my skill, and maybe I win a gold trophy in some event. But if that truly is not your calling, you're not going to enjoy that. If your true calling was just to live as who you are, that is a prize. That is a prize. To be able to live your life at your terms, the way how you want it to. That is the prize. And that's why the present moment is called as present. It's a present. It's a gift, your now moment. But people want to delude you into saying and showing that, no, I have suffered my life and I wanted that goal. And to achieve at that point, I've made my whole life miserable. But guess what? At this point in time, I've got this material stuffs. So I'm happy. You're not happy. You look miserable. To achieve at that, you have literally traded every second of your life for doing something, because you were put into this delusion that once I arrive there, after 5 years, I'm going to be happy. So you put at stake your 5 years. Why? Just be yourself. Just be you. Don't try to be like someone else. Don't try to mimic someone else. People want to mimic you because they think, oh, she's so fancy, I want to be like her. No, I'm not fancy. I'm far from fancy. I have a lot of pains. I have a lot of troubles. I have a lot of confusion, which I go through, and I sort it out my own way. And in fact, I've come to that point of surrender that I'm not even trying to find a solution anymore. I just leave it, and the mud settles down. I'm not playing with troubled waters anymore. In fact, I've never done that. I never take to any sort of credit in whatever things that I'm doing, because I'm not doing. I just watch it happen. And I see there's freedom in that. And freedom makes my soul light. I just want to lighten my soul. I just want my soul to dance and be happy. I want my soul to be like a dancing, happy, free spirit. Like the dance of a 2-year-old, which is just so happy, just dancing with joy. Dance of a little 2-3-year-old is so cute. It just makes you so happy. Look at them dance. They might be just happy over a butterfly in the garden. That is so pure, so beautiful. And as you age and you become adult, your toys change, but your desire is the same. So as a child, you wanted that toy, that game, and then you turn to adult and your toy changes to relations now. It changes to money, it changes to power. And then you get old and you see your toy changes then. So at each point in time, you're just living with toys, different levels of toys, games to keep you entertained. What is life? Life is a game. And you're so